Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. This is actually a redo because initially when I had made this video review, it was a good day, but then Dad told me something about somebody who had called me, and I thought that this person was out of my life, and I really don't want to go into that drama right now. That's all behind me. It's dust in the wind and I don't have to worry about it anymore. But over the time that I had with my days off, I actually got a chance to see Blue Jasmine, which was something I'd seen just by trailer. And I really didn't know anything about the story, just that it was written by one of my favorite directors of all time, which would be Woody Harrelson. He is an idol to me. I just think he depicts the human condition so very well, and it's actually a very didactic film in the fact that it teaches an object lesson in how not to interact with others, or lack of interaction, or just that whole putting on airs thing, and um, the idea of a superiority complex, um, or prejudice, and it's just really interesting. I think this is a very intellectual film. It's also very well done. It's very entertaining, but it's also very dark and tragic. Because the main character, Jasmine, she suffers from schizophrenia, and she also has panic attacks and anxiety issues. She married a man played by Alec Baldwin, whom typically I can't stand Alec Baldwin at all. I just think he's pretentious, and I don't know what it is about Alec Baldwin. He just rubs me the wrong way, and ugh. But despite that, in this movie, I look past all that because he actually played his character very well. And his character was a liar and a cheat, a crook. And what happens is he makes some business deals that go wrong really quickly, and she loses pretty much all of her fortune except for what she doesn't spend on haute couture items that she can afford with what's left of the money that she was given so graciously by her husband. And her real name isn't Jasmine, it was Jasmine. And it's interesting that she actually prefers to be um, to be known as Jasmine in Blue Moon. Blue Jasmine actually comes from Blue Moon, the song that was playing when they met. And it's sad that she can no longer remember the words. Near the end, it's all a muddle, and it's how addled she is, and it's just sad because it ends that way, and it shows what can happen if you just get too self-involved. And it didn't have to be that way, but it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy because she did kind of bring that upon herself. And you want to feel sorry for her, but then you don't, because her sister has a lot of good points. She said, well, you're the one who married the biggest loser of them all, and she's absolutely right. And they rub off on each other during the duration of the film, and it's just really quite fascinating, I thought, just to see how psychologically people interact, especially siblings. And it's just about making mistakes in life. And I think it shows that the sister actually made the better choice. After she had learned from her mistakes, she picked herself up and dusted herself off and started all over again. Um, I really enjoyed this film. I mean, I didn't know if I was or not, but it was just so good. I mean, the acting was excellent. The setting, was in New York and Brooklyn, and just really pretty to see the urban setting. And because I'm not used to that. I'm a what my friend calls a yuppie. I thought yuppies were people that were really rich and had an awful lot of money to burn. I guess that's not really the proper use of the word yuppie. It's a person, well, according to my friend, yuppie means, definition Webster's, a person who lives in the suburbs and who is mediocrely paid, or who's comfortably solvent. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm lower middle class. Yeah. I only get paid minimum wage, dude. I just got a raise, but it's really not that much. It's nowhere near what I was making when I was working with CTP Kelly McGraw temporarily, or when I was a mentor. No! But, anywho, enough of that. I don't really... I held no qualms, actually. I'm very honest and forthright when it comes to where I am financially. That's entirely alright. I mean, I have to be frank with all my viewers, but this movie is really wonderful. If you like Woody Harrelson as a director, then I would suggest you look at it. If you're a fan of Alec Baldwin, then yeah, I think you would enjoy this film to just see him play the role that he was born to play. You know, you're just your pompous, arrogant jerk with money to burn and women to flirt with. He basically had a harem lifestyle. And wine, women, and song. Why not? If you got the money, well, you know, do with it what you please, because apparently you could afford it with all that cash. But I'm not really sure what else to say about this film entirely, although it was played only in certain theaters, and I really liked it. I just thought it was beautifully done, and easily 4 stars for me, or 3 at least. I'll give 4, because I just thought that everything was done remarkably well, and it was a good slice of life drama. There really wasn't anything funny in it. It's just straightforward, very blunt and brutally honest film that takes a look at what can happen if you are narcissistic, and if you pigeonhole people, and you keep I've learned a lot from this film. To me it just opened so many doors. I thought, I hope to God I don't become like that, because for a while I could hear myself in Jasmine. I thought, oh my Lord, this is really scaring me, because I definitely don't want to go there. I would rather be a person who I'm going to stick with my job so long as I have to, and I mean, in this economy I need to, because I need the work, and I know that eventually I'm going to get into the position that I want to go into. But when I was in high school, you know, I had a 2-day job that I quit, basically, because I was working in food service, and I thought it was beneath me, and I hated it. But the reason I quit is because, the only other time I quit something was when I was working for Goodwill, and I had actually a really good reason to quit that job. But I quit the job because my boss was being a bitch, excuse my French, but she just wouldn't let me cry in front of people, which I kept scalding myself. I wasn't doing it on purpose, but it was hot spinach, and she wouldn't let me put my hand underneath water, which is what you're required to do if you get burned. And come on, everybody knows that. She said, no, we don't do that here. We use hand sanitizer. I'm like, hand sanitizer? Oh, I don't think so. Come on, don't be an idiot. Only an imbecile would do that. Do you not have any first aid training? It should be in black and white, lady. But I thought, no, I'm not going to stoop to her level, and I will do as much as I can. And then, you know, I lost my temper. And I thought, you know, screw this. I'm just going to I have better things to do. So, I already had a scholarship, so I went on to college and I got my degree. And Dad said, if you get your degree, and these are his words, if you get a degree, you're never going to have to flip a burger in your entire life. And I'm never going to flip a burger. I don't want to, but uh, I never thought I would go back into retail, but I'm in retail. It's okay, and I'm completely fine with this because in a small way I'm actually helping people, and that's where I feel like I'm meant to be at this point in time. This is what I'm meant to do, and eventually I'll be able to go into more of the field that I actually studied for when I went back to school to get my EKG monitoring uh, experience. I may never do an EKG, but even if I don't, at least I have the knowledge in my head of how to do so, and I could interpret a life-threatening arrhythmia if need be. And I also know how to see the symptoms in somebody who's experiencing MI and uh, maybe having some issues, because I can actually feel tenseness when I look at somebody like that, and I know that they need to have help. And it's not about it's never about me, it's always about the patient. So I'm hoping that I can really get into that field, because I just feel like I can do more there. But um, every day, and she never did this, it was just all about her, but every day what makes life a little bit better is the ability just to go outside of oneself and to lend a helping hand in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't really matter how you do so. It could be just through a smile. It could be through a compliment on what they're wearing, or just, to reach out to somebody who normally you would think doesn't have anybody reach out to them normally. And they may look like they're sad, and it's that kind of person that I feel compelled to go out and say something to, and let them know that they're not forgotten, and that somebody does care about them, even if it's, me. But people like that need to know that they are important in the scheme of things, even if they don't really realize how yet. And I always thought that motivation was a part of my skill, and what I do as a cashier, and I do, and I've seen that, and it just makes my job worthwhile. And um, I'm glad that I was able to see that movie, because it taught me so much, and it really is a beautifully done drama about life in general, and how it can take very drastic turns into the deepest depths of despair. And I won't tell you how it ends, really, because you need to see it if you can. And I'm pretty sure it's going to get nominated for something. I'm not sure what it would. Probably best drama, perhaps. Maybe I'm not sure. Best screenplay. I don't. It might get. It might not even get nominated at all. And if it doesn't, I'd be surprised. But it's actually a very good, solid film. You won't be bored. It has a really excellent plot line. Don't go to this film if you're expecting to laugh, because you're not gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. It's just, if you're into psychology, I can definitely give this film to you, because it truly is a terrific example of human psychology. Um, and that's pretty much all I have to say about Blue Jasmine, other than what I just did. And I'm not really sure what else to say, honestly. But I will be seeing you, I guess, when I see you. So you take care, all of you. And happy Yom Kippur, by the way. Shalom. Uh, live long and prosper, as I just did. And until next time, ciao.